Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Thursday, October 28th. We're getting today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the NBA with the Nets team total under 111.5 at minus 115 on BetMGM. Really never in doubt. Nets struggled offensively all night long as Miami's defense put the clamps down. That Miami defense, elite unit, might be the best defense in the league, and the Nets failed to score 100 points, only scored 93. We probably could have survived in overtime, but thankfully we did not have to worry about overtime as the Heat won the game handily. So a nice winner. Look for another winner here on Thursday. And for the play of the day, looking at the NBA once again, we're going to be looking at another team total. And it involves a matchup between two Western Conference teams taking place at around 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be in a matchup between the Grizzlies and the Warriors. And for the play of the day, we like the Grizzlies team total under 114.5 at minus 120 on DraftKings. Time recording of 4:10 a.m. Eastern Time. Covers why I like the under in the spot. First of all, Golden State's defense has been pretty solid this season, as the Warriors have allowed less than 115 points in each of their first four games this season, including some matchups against some quality offenses. Played against the Lakers, gave up 114 in the opener. That was with LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. Played against the Clippers, gave up 113. Played against the Kings, gave up 107. And those three teams, I know the Kings aren't viewed as a good offensive team, but all three teams have something in common, which is they play at a very, very up-tempo pace. You're looking at all three of the teams I just mentioned. Lakers rank second in the league in pace. Clippers rank fourth. Sacramento ranks eighth. So all three of those teams want to go up and down, and I do think that will not be the case in this one because Memphis, despite being pretty efficient offensively up to this point, is ranking 17th in pace so far this season. Plus, Memphis might play a bit slower because of the fact that it did have to play last night. Did play in Portland. Got absolutely buried in that game, lost by 20, only scored 96 points. But you did see the starters end up playing some minutes. I know that they got blown out pretty early on, so most of the starters did not play much, but John Moran did play 32 minutes, and I am going to question if fatigue will set in the second half, because we all know Morant is the main force of that unit, and if Morant has an off night, there's no chance the Grizzlies are going over this number. I think Morant will probably play fine, but I do question if he will look pretty fatigued and if his efficiency offensively will take a bit of a hit in this matchup. But looking at the recent meetings between these teams last year, they played four times back when free throw shooting was rampant and you saw a bunch of questionable foul calls, a lot of inflated free throw numbers, and yet Memphis offensively really struggled against this team. They played four times, I said before. Memphis scored less than 112 points in regulation in every meeting. They went under in every meeting except for the play-in game where the Grizzlies scored 18 points in overtime after 99 points in regulation and finished with 117. So assuming there's no overtime, Memphis has struggled offensively against this unit. And now based on how the officiating has really changed within the last year, you can really tell that there are a lot of low-scoring games in the NBA. And I do think that the odds makers so far this season have been a little bit slow to adjust. You're looking around the league at all the totals involving 230 or so, and a decent amount of those games have gone under just because of the fact that you're expecting a certain amount of free throws, a certain amount of stoppages based on attacking the rim and getting bailout calls. You really haven't gotten many of those, and as a result, some of these team totals seem very, very high in comparison to recent years. So a 114.5 might seem like a low number for a team that's pretty efficient offensively up to this point. I do think with the new officiating and how Golden State's played defensively, this team total does seem high, especially for a team on a back-to-back. So I do think that Memphis will play pretty well offensively. I think they'll finish short, probably finishing around 108 in the spot, but 114.5, way too high. I got to take the under. The play that once again here for Thursday, October 28th, is going to be on the Memphis Grizzlies team total under 114.5 at minus 120 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.